Let me start by saying congratulations on high school. It's a great song. I've been listening to a lot of your music on Apple Music, and you have a great sound. It's just a fantastic, upbeat type of music. Where did your sound come from? How did you evolve to get to this point?
Oh, well, thank you, first of all. That is a great question. So, growing up, my parents put me in like violin and piano, and I was always doing like classical music. And then I did a lot of musical theater in high school, and I even went to college for musical theater. Um, but during high school, I was a part of this group called Musicality, and I'm still a part of them. I'm one of the like vocal producers and members. Um, and we do a lot of like pop. We used to do a lot of musical theater, but now it's more like pop. Um, and it kind of just evolved from there. It's like my sound is probably like a really big mix of like pop, rock, musical theater. Just because I've been doing musical theater for so long. So I would say that's where it came from. And then like with these newer songs, one of my friends who's actually also in musicality, he's been helping write them as well. Like he wrote High School, he wrote Finding Me. Um, and so he's also helping me develop that sound even further. So that's kind of where it started, and that's where it's kind of going
Mhm.
into. Yeah.
Hello,
Can you hear me?
can you hear me? Oh, there you are. You
Yeah, I
cut
can
off
hear
for
you.
a second there.
Oh no.
Like your your vocals are very sharp. They're very clean. It makes sense that uh that you've been going through music study for a while now. But what inspires your music? Like the themes in your songs are different, and they come from a lot of different places. So what is your muse?
Yeah. So I, everyone goes to the phase where they're feeling very lost and alone, and um, I'm in my, oh my God, I'm in my late 20s now. But like my mid 20s, I was like, what am I doing? What's going on? I have no idea what's happening. Obviously, we all went through COVID and the pandemic,
Mhm.
and things were also very chaotic and felt very lost. And I just started writing songs about feeling lost and trying to figure out who I am. Um, and it when I went on with Boosted Entertainment, the first song we did was Alien. And that one was very like musical theater inspired, but also it's very pop as well. But the storyline is basically, I don't know who I am or why I don't belong here. And then at the end of the story, I'm like, oh, I'm a literal alien. That's why I don't belong. So a lot of my songs are around that storyline of like not feeling like I fit in, not feeling like I belong, and like trying to figure out who I am. And then I remember with High School, I have you heard like the Eurovision song Queen of Kings by Alessandria?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so that song I was I was really into that. And I felt a lot of like power and angst with that song, and I called Eric one day and was like, I want a girl power song that's very angsty, very rock poppy. Um and he came back with High School. He's like, this is so your vibe. And I was like, you were so right. This is my vibe. And that's kind of where High School came from. It came from me wanting to express more of that angst and that girl power and, you know, remembering who I am.
Mhm. You have the album Waiting for Autumn. You have it in regular studio, you have it in remixes, and you have it in acoustic. Why did you decide to put this out in three different manners?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I was working with a lyricist on that one. He actually reached out to me. He was looking for a singer to work on a bunch of songs that he wrote. Um, and I'm also
Mhm.
very much like into nature, very witchy vibes. Hence, my background. I have like this horoscope puzzle, a
Yeah.
bunch of like Harry Potter stuff behind me too. So I have like that vibe around me too, and I was like, this would be really fun. And it started with the regular one, the regular album. And then he started experimenting with a bunch of different remixes. So that was more on him. And he was doing all that just for, it was like, just for fun. And then I felt like the vibe really fit like Halloween. So we released it around Halloween because it's very experimental, kind of spooky as well. And then for the acoustic one, I I really like stripped down music as well. Um, just like I play the ukulele, so a lot of my like live streams are just like me playing just the ukulele or just the piano while I'm singing as well. So I really like that
Mhm.
acoustic and simple vibe, and I thought it really fit those songs because they're, most of them are about like nature, um, and nature, I don't know, just fit the vibe for it to be a little bit more simple, with the more naturey songs. Yeah, so that's kind of why we did that.
Yeah, I really got into the acoustic one because it's so brought down. Your vocals are very much like the centerpiece of that. You know, uh, for you, like what do you prefer doing? Do you prefer doing the studio? Do you prefer doing the acoustic? What is your preference?
Ooh, um, I think I go through different phases of what I prefer. Um,
Mhm.
right now I'm really more into like the whole studio version, full on like all the instruments, more like rock vibes. But there are times in my life where I need to chill out too, and I feel like that's where I want to do more acoustic music, and kind of strip things down and just maybe use my ukulele or just my piano or whatever. Um, those moments where I feel like I need a little bit more of that calm, that's where I like to do more acoustic music. But I feel like it depends on what phase I am in my life.
Definitely. For you, it seems like collaborating is a very important thing in your music. What inspires you to collaborate? How do you begin a collaboration?
I love that. Yes, I absolutely love collaborating with people. There are times where, doing things yourself is great and beautiful, but it's also very challenging. And um, I just love having other people's input. I love having their ideas and their stories also intertwine with mine. I feel like it just makes things so much more interesting and so much more fun. Um, how I go about collaborating, well, at least with these last few songs, Boosted Entertainment reached out to me, so then we started working together, which was really awesome. Um, and then we brought on my friend Saint Saray, who started writing for me as a lyricist, songwriter, and uh, it was more so about just wanting more of a community within my music.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, that's pretty much why I collaborate. And then just going about doing that, just I don't know. I just kind of fell into the right spot at the right time, and then I was able to bring on, my own friends and my own connections to that as well, and that was really awesome.
You were for a while there. You were doing music where that you both wrote the lyrics and the instrumentals. How has that changed with having a lyricist and collaborating with more people?
Yeah. It's definitely changed a lot because I get to focus more on just my singing, and at this stage in my life, that's kind of what I prefer right now. I absolutely love singing, and I just want to express myself using my voice instead of thinking about working on all of the technical things, um, which I still do a little bit. Um, but right now, I more so am just wanting to focus on my singing and my voice and telling those stories. Um, and when it comes to bringing in another songwriter, um, sometimes it's where we're working on the song together, or sometimes they're just writing the song and bringing it to me, or I've written a song and I give it to them and they either change things, or they use that as inspiration to write a brand new song. So there are a few different ways that we've gone about it in the past. Um, all I still do all those ways, but yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
In the entertainment industry, I think it's very important to keep up your mental health. What do you do to, have a healthy mental state?
That is a wonderful question. I I'll be honest, I'm not great at it at the moment. It's hard. It's hard keeping up your mental health and taking care of yourself, especially in this industry because it's so demanding. And I don't just do music. I'm also a music teacher and I'm also a personal assistant in the industry. And
Mhm.
it's you're people expect a lot of you, and it's a little hard to find that balance. But what I try to do as much as I can is obviously get as much sleep as possible. Um, Try to ground myself in nature. I love going for hikes. I love just watering my garden outside. We have a little garden. I've been growing some wildflowers that are starting to blossom. I have, not anymore, but right next to my window, I did have a sunflower. It needs to be planted, so I brought it downstairs. So I'm going to put it in the ground, and just being with nature kind of helps me reground myself, refocus myself, and take care of myself. Um, so that's what I like to do as much as possible. I'm not perfect at it, but that's what I like to do.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your music. I think you're developing a very uh, interesting personal style. So, thank you very much for your time. And I hope to get to hear more from you because I would really love to talk to you again sometime.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I would love that.
To be honest, never wanted to be the kind of girl who wore a white dress on a Sunday to put my hopes up for a someday. To be honest, and to be honest, never wanted to be the type of bitch that ends up crying over boyfriends. To be honest, never wanted to be her. Oh, yeah, we're the girls from high school who didn't ever want you, and baby now we're all grown. We're playing by our own rules, and baby the world is ours. Yeah, we're the ones from homeroom. We leveled up and we got proof. We know that we're more than enough. We're playing by our own rules, and baby the world is ours. Imagine this, you're a rock star bitch. Fuck their expectations, you don't